Another day, another conversation that a lot of Montreal Canadiens fans are going to flock to, and a conversation that Carolina Hurricanes fans might get pissed off at seeing. But hey, I'm kinda just responding to the discourse, man, and yesterday we did talk about the Carolina Hurricanes. We talked about their series against the New York Rangers and how the Rangers have found themselves in a 3-0 series lead. Game 4 goes on later today, so we'll see if the Hurricanes live to fight another day. But for Carolina, I said it yesterday, I'll repeat it again today, it's kind of bizarre, really, how unlucky a team can get. This series being 3-0 with New York is not indicative to the quality of play that we have seen out of the Hurricanes. It's not like, oh, they've been getting dominated the entire time. Sure, have they looked their best? Probably not. Could they be better? Absolutely. But have they been hanging in there? Absolutely as well. It's exactly the same as we had seen with the Florida Panthers series last year where Carolina got swept, but if you had watched the games, you would have been like, yeah, no, this is not like a sweeping caliber kind of series based off of how the games are being played. They're clearly evenly matched, it's just one team cannot seem to find the right side of close. And that is exactly what we are seeing today. But all Carolina Hurricanes pump-up talk aside, because I do think it's necessary to go out there and explain that, yeah, no, they haven't been playing poorly, they just have been, as I had said, on the wrong side of close consistently. I wanted to go out there and talk about one of their guys that is now getting more articles written about him and discourse surrounding his name than ever. Because when it comes to Carolina Hurricanes forward Jesperi Kotkaniemi, his overall run as a Cane maybe should be coming to an end soon, depending on who it is that you ask. So let's go over the profile here. Kotkaniemi, as we all know, $4.82 million a year, every season till the end of 2030. He's 23 years old, 6'2", 201, and he was a third overall pick by the Canadiens. After signing the offer sheet in which he was sent over to Carolina, he got himself the bag, $6 million, 1 year, and then he signed the extension for the contract he is currently on right now. Is it an overpayment? Hell yeah. But if Jesperi Kotkaniemi could be what a lot of Canadiens fans at one point thought he would be able to be, and what Hurricanes fans and management thought he would be able to be too, then that's not that bad of a contract. If Kotkaniemi becomes a two-way center, absolute force in the top of your penalty kill, second power play, top 6 guy, maybe gets 60, 70 points a year, maybe not exactly in that Alex Barkov ceiling territory, but in the same mold for sure, then okay, 4-point-something mil is not bad for a guy playing his entire 20s under that contract. But Jesperi Kotkaniemi this previous season with Carolina scored 27 points, a decline from his 43 points last year, and in the playoffs he's got 8 games played and 0 points. He's got 4 penalty minutes, he is a -1, and if you take a look at some of the numbers here, I mean, it does not look good when you try to project where everything is, because if you take a look at his ice times, okay, guess what? Series 1 against the New York Islanders, the Hurricanes win that one 4-1. Jesperi Kotkaniemi had 11 minutes of time on ice in Game 1, 10 minutes in Game 2, 13 minutes in Game 3, 18 minutes in Game 4, that in which was an overtime game, and then 8 minutes in the series-deciding Game 5. Against the New York Rangers, his numbers are kind of in that same territory. 10:57 in Game 1 as the Hurricanes lost. 9:15 in Game 2 as the overtime extended to 67 minutes total. And 10 minutes again in the second overtime game in the series. Jesperi Kotkaniemi has been averaging, let's just say, 11 minutes of time on ice a game. And his projection in the lineup, if you go over to the Hurricanes lines, he is the 4th line left winger, centered by Evgeny Kuznetsov with Stefan Noesen on the opposite side. Now, daily face-off charts may not be the most up-to-date depending on the game-to-game, and we will see Game 4 later tonight, so maybe this changes. But for now, Jesperi Kotkaniemi has been providing very little value for this team. And it's gotten to the point now where you take a look at this website, ilta-sanomat.fi. This is a Finnish news outlet, and you take a look at this piece published yesterday by Aki-Petteri Pulkkinen. Here's the title translated from Finnish into English. Jesperi Kotkaniemi has gotten into the fans' teeth, and the head coach poked fun at his stars. Jesperi Kotkaniemi is receiving criticism from supporters. This, of course, is a Finnish news outlet going out there and reporting on their own Finnish player. There's a talk about Sebastian Aho, there's a talk about a few other of the Finns on this team, but I wanted to scroll down into the Jesperi Kotkaniemi conversation. Again, this is translated from Finnish into English. The link will be in the description if you want to read this entire article yourself. When there's no result and the Hurricanes are a loss away from the summer vacation, the fans have also taken the players in their teeth. One of these is Jesperi Kotkaniemi. The Pori native was expected to be a top-scoring player in Raleigh, but KK has not lived up to expectations so far. According to supporters, Kotkaniemi is not a player worth his price tag. The 23-year-old Finnish center earns $4.82 million a year until the summer of 2030. Kotkaniemi must be traded or his contract must be bought out, some fans wrote on Twitter. Marty Necas, who hasn't played anything special, has more points than Jordan Staal, Jordan Martinook, Jack Drury, and Kotkaniemi combined, one was content to say. And someone said that Kotkaniemi would score 60 points this season. Ha ha ha, you're 1 inch. The fourth game of the series will be played the night before Sunday, Finnish time. And that is pretty telling. Not that, Twitter fans are going out there and hating on Kotkaniemi like what else is new, but the fact that this is being written about and published in Finnish news outlets, it's kind of intriguing to me. And it signals just the direction of how everything has gone down. Because, of course, me making this video, talking about how KK has been pretty useless, that's not new information. Everybody's been kind of knowing that, especially if you've been watching the games. But now it's gotten to a point where even the Finns are writing about it. Yeah, no, he needs to get traded. Yeah, no, he needs to get bought out. They're bringing to light these opinions that are shared upon social media and that have been shared upon social media the past few months, it feels like. So for the Carolina Hurricanes, I'm not going to go out there and say that, a buyout is guaranteed or whatever, but just take a look at what you've got. The guy gets 20 to 30 points a year. He's making $4.8 million a year. He's getting better? Maybe? I mean, he's getting older for sure. He'll be 24 in the summer. But this is a guy who you have to evaluate. Is he really worth that price tag? And if you wanted to buy him out, is that something you would consider if you take a look at the dollar amount, how much you would save, how much you would free up, and what exactly that does to the roster spot you have in your lineup? This is not a video against Kotkaniemi the dude, because, sure, I'm not going to blame Kotkaniemi for accepting that offer sheet in the first place, because him getting paid, him getting his bank, was really just a vehicle of the Carolina Hurricanes' sour graping against Montreal. We all know that the only reason KK even got offer sheeted was because the Habs offer sheeted Sebastian Aho and he accepted. So Carolina didn't really do this because, we feel that Kotkaniemi is going to be this amazing $4.8 million player. It's because, we kind of want to get back at the Montreal Canadiens, and hey, we have you now, you already accepted that big offer we gave you, why not try to keep you on the long term, see if you can grow into the player we think you can be, and that's going to be worth our time. This was never about Kotkaniemi being a superstar, it was all about him just being a vehicle for the Hurricanes' revenge. No shame in Kotkaniemi for being the guy to accept it, absolutely not. He got the bag, he's getting paid, good for him. All in all, it just looks terrible when you look at the Carolina Hurricanes and what they've come out to in this entire saga ever since. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section below about Jesperi Kotkaniemi, his deployment in the postseason. If he goes out there and scores a hat trick later tonight, hey, all the power to him. This video will be outdated very quickly if he does that. So, you know what, Kotkaniemi, I'll issue a challenge out to you here. If you're watching this video, which you shouldn't be, I don't think any NHL player would have any benefit from watching these videos I make here on YouTube, but if you are watching this, if you score yourself even a goal, let alone a hat trick, then we can change the entire narrative about you with one very big game. But you gotta be the one to make it happen. So, thoughts in the comment section below about Jesperi Kotkaniemi and how it's gotten worse for him and his overall, his image? The way he's viewed in the public eye? Yeah, that's right, his image. Thoughts in the comment section about Kotkaniemi and where the Canadiens and Carolina Hurricanes go from here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.